Salutations everyone, this is Razor here bringing you some World at War gameplay on the map Castle with the Gewehr aperture sight, satchel charge, rapid power, deep impact, signal flare, anti-tank grenade, and yeah, that's it. So here I am on Castle with my Gewehr, getting my signal flare veteran number 1 like a Bausch. But I can imagine, I can only imagine because I never got to play World at War in its heyday, and that's a shame in that of itself. But I can imagine that Castle was probably a very popular map in its time. And this is just coming from experience. I didn't get to play World at War back then, and I haven't really asked people about maps that they like in World at War, but I could safely assume that Castle was a popular map. Why can I assume this? Okay, let's go to popular maps for the rest of the Call of Duty series. Crash was a very popular map in COD 4, which is, why it made a reappearance in Modern Warfare 2. Modern Warfare 2, Terminal was a very popular map. As well as, Crash when that DLC came out. And Black Ops, Nuketown, was by far the most popular map in COD history. It had its own playlist where you could only play on that map, which was unheard of at the time, but it kept coming back because it was insanely popular. More people would play the Nuketown 24/7 map than a playlist than any other playlist, even regular Team Deathmatch. And, when it comes to Modern Warfare 3, Mission and Dome are very popular maps. And, Terminal, when it came back in the DLC, also very popular. Why is this? Why are all these maps very popular, and why can I assume from this that Castle would have been a popular map? First of all, these are all fairly small maps, and second of all, they all have high-profile camping spots. I could take Castle, for instance. You have the castle in which you have to go over 2 flights of stairs or the ladder to get to, and it's very hard to get anyone out of there. And you also have this 2-story castle that I'm coming up right here with the flag, in which you have to make your way across, and you can look down on your opponents. In Crash, you have the 3-story that you can camp in, or the 2-story by the garage spawn, which was even, believe it or not, more difficult to get people out of because of the way that the spawns are situated in the lines of sight in that map. Let's see. Terminal. Why was Terminal popular? You can noob tube down that hallway right off the spawn, or you can camp on the air conditioner and pretty much look on the entirety of the map outside of, the baggage claim area. And why is Mission and Dome so popular? Well, in Mission you can spawn camp the Mission Church and just kill people out of the spawn with your recoilless assault rifle or sniper, and or you could camp the top of the hill by the A flag side. And why is Dome so popular? You could spawn right away, throw a random Simtex in any direction, and get a kill. So, all these maps are fairly small, and you can get a lot of kills. Why was Nuketown so popular? Why was Nuketown the most popular map in Black Ops? Why did it get its own playlist? Why did people love Nuketown so much? It was the smallest map in Black Ops. So, the bad players, which, as you know, makes up the vast majority of people that play any video game. The bad players loved Nuketown because they could get more kills in Nuketown than they could in any other map. They had a guarantee, 9 or 10 kills, which they couldn't get in Array or, name any other map, Cracked. Why couldn't they get, 10 kills in Array? Because that game lended itself, that map lended itself to better players, because there was more methodical planning to that map, because it was so large. You had to control the map. You had to really pick your spots. There was a lot of long lines of sight, and you really had to be more methodical with your movement. You couldn't just run out in the open and spray wildly and throw a grenade and expect yourself to get a couple of kills. While in Nuketown, there was basically 2 spawn points. You had 2 houses to camp in. plenty of head glitching spots, and a lot of spawn killing going on because there was mainly only 2 spawns. And no, well, the spawns in Treyarch games were much better. So imagine how bad Nuketown would have been if Infinity Ward made it. Goodness gracious, that would have been more of a nightmare than it was. And I didn't like Nuketown because it really wasn't much of a challenge for me, and it was the most played map. You know, I got bored and sick of it. You know, you could play Nuketown one time, and with the voting system, sooner or later, you've played Nuketown 7 times in a row. Why? Because the bad players who were going 9 and 27 keep voting for Nuketown to go into the rotation again. I don't understand this, and I understand it at the same time. They can get more kills in Nuketown than they can in other maps because it's very small. They can spawn, throw a grenade, camp, spray down, wait for someone to come around the corner, and they'll get more kills in Nuketown than they could in other maps because of how small it is and how easy it was to camp and how much you were rewarded for camping. This goes for, Terminal or Castle or Crash as well. You can do very well in these maps if you camp in the high-profile camping spots that were relatively unbalanced and difficult for you to get killed in. Which is why I feel like Castle would have been very, very popular because of the 2-story buildings and how hard it was to kill people that were in these buildings and how much of an advantage they had with the high ground and the fact that you couldn't really rush these 2 spots because you had to traverse quite a predictable and long route to get to these places. And, these will continue to be the most popular maps. Like Wise Dome, so popular, you can spawn, throw a Simtex, and get a guaranteed kill pretty much. And I can stomp people on Dome because I know how to play the map, and it's rather predictable, the spawns, however chaotic they may be. And I didn't like Nuketown, even though I can drop, a 37 and 2 on Nuketown. It was just boring to me, and I didn't like the map, but I kept playing it because these kids were going 7 and 25, yet they got excited about those 7 kills that they got, so they wanted to experience this again. So here's my final score, 29, 1, and 7 with the Gewehr on Castle, which I imagine was the Nuketown of its day. And as we all know, Nuketown is coming back, 2025. Are you excited? Because the bad players sure as hell are. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys next time.